How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Screen Realm. My name's Guillermo and today I'm reviewing Missing, a thriller in the visual storytelling genre that is Screenlife. That's the name given to films that take place on a computer, tablet or smartphone screen. Previous examples of Screenlife films include Megan is Missing, disturbing film that one, Unfriended, Host and Searching. This is actually a standalone sequel to the latter, 2018 Searching, which was a suspenseful, well-crafted Screenlife thriller that had John Cho giving a great performance as a father desperately looking for his daughter. A number of that film's team members returned for this entry, including Searching writer-director Anish Changanti, who has a story by credit here and is also on board as producer. Also here as executive producer is Timur Bekmambetov, the Night Watch and Wanted filmmaker who's been quite a major proponent of Screenlife content. He's produced a number of Screenlife films and he's actually directed one of his own, the 2018 thriller titled Profile. But as for directing here, Missing marks the feature directorial debut for writer-directors Nicholas D. Johnson and Will Merrick, who previously worked together as editors on Searching and Chaganti's 2015 thriller Run. And as far as first films as directors go, this is pretty impressive work. But first, a quick plot description. Euphoria star Storm Reid plays teenager June, who we're introduced to online, of course, as her mother, played by Nia Long, readies to go on vacation to Colombia with her new boyfriend. Following the death of June's father a number of years earlier, June and her mother now have a bit of a bumpy relationship. And it also doesn't help that Mum has decided to go on vacation as Father's Day hits. Mum heads off and June, well, she gets to partying. A few days later, June is at the airport waiting to pick up her mother, who doesn't turn up. Back at home online, it doesn't take long before June realizes that her mother and her mother's boyfriend are indeed missing. This is clearly in the same vein as its predecessor, Searching. Plenty of similarities on display from the narrative construct to this genre's obvious stylistic signature, but Missing offers up enough of its own twists and turns and its own personality to really stand firmly on its own. Johnson and Merrick have written a fun, fast-paced script, keeping plot turns, even the logic-stretching ones, with character motivation in mind to keep us emotionally invested. Throughout the film, I was attempting to guess where it was all going and what next twist was around the corner, but more importantly, I was made to care enough about June and her mother's predicament, which further elevated the nail-biting tension. There was also some nice comedy, particularly aimed at our reliance on and the shortcomings of the online tech world, and that also helped to make the film quite the entertaining ride. The mystery itself unfolds nicely, a drip feed of hints and reveals that keep us, like June, playing detective in a story that constantly pulls the rug out from under us. Perhaps some of you out there will see more plot turns coming than I did, but while I did put together some things pretty early, for the most part, I was kept on my toes. Throughout the film, I was like,
so obviously that, no, never mind. Oh, no way.
Like a good whodunit, we're given clues and suspects and an ultimate reveal that retrospectively lines up well with the hints that came before. Now, although I was on board for all of it, there were a few reveals that admittedly might nudge at the improbability factor for some viewers. I bought in. There were a few big turns, particularly the big swings towards the end, that I could see proving a little bit illogical for some people. Again, I bought in. And as for the screen life of it all, the film does well to justify just how so much of the action happens to be captured on a screen, even if I couldn't help but wonder if a teenage girl of today wouldn't simply be doing all of this on her phone as opposed to that stationary laptop. Of course, having her on her phone the whole time in portrait mode wouldn't really suit the film, especially when she has so many windows open, all with the information that we need to see. But thankfully it all works really well, with various online companies and network features used smartly to not only move the story forward, but to ground the film in our tech and online driven reality. Yes, it's scary just how much of our information is online now, but as the film shows, there is arguably a positive factor when the data can be used to help find missing people and thwart criminal activity. Maybe. There are a number of amusing jabs and notes about various companies and their tech capabilities, and there's even a poke at Netflix and their viewer-driven obsession with real crime stories. And amusingly, you can also look at this film as one of the best ever commercials for Siri. Good performances help drive the film, particularly that of lead star Storm Reid, who has to convince audiences with an array of emotions: anger, desperation, sadness, suspicion, all delivered directly down the barrel. There's also some good supporting roles here, from Nia Long putting in a good amount in a few scenes as the mother in jeopardy, and Joaquim de Almeida, the Portuguese actor, providing a warm, amiable presence as a Colombian gig worker who finds himself helping June in her predicament. Missing nails the type of formula we saw play out with Searching, so if you've seen that film and are now looking for an entirely different beast, perhaps this one won't be as fresh for you. But if you're keen for another suspenseful, energetic Screenlife outing, make sure you log onto this one. I'm giving Missing 4 stars out of 5. Thanks so much for checking out another one of my reviews, or if this is your first time, welcome to Screen Realm. Have you seen Missing? What did you think of it if you've seen it? What is your favorite Screenlife movie? By the way, I also really like 2020 horror film Host, which is, I think, streaming on horror streaming service Shudder. That's a fun one, and it's only 57 minutes long, so it's quick and snappy. Feel free to hit up the comment section below, and as always, be sure to hit the subscribe button in case you still haven't, to stay up to date with all things Screen Realm. Catch you soon.